Good day everyone, Beirut here, Worker of Toronto Real Estate Board, and I'm very happy to report to you the stats for 2024, the January of 2024 of this year, and that is a very good news for both sellers and buyers. The bottom line is that the buyers' confidence, the consumers' confidence have come back to the market, and we are seeing more of transactions. And we are going to see more of it in the coming month and in the coming month of report. As I am recording this video, today is February 20th, and you're going to see more of that confidence building up gradually in the Toronto GTA area market. And you should watch the end of the video if you're a seller or buyer or as an investor, because I'm giving you a guidance of how you can read the market this year, because it's going to be a very tricky and also interesting year. I'm going to start by saying that the average prices of the month of January in comparison to last year has been a little bit lower, and that is almost close to 1% lower than last year, only because the number of transactions have increased, and that is a very good news for both sellers and buyers, because if we are getting into a normal market where the transaction numbers are normal, we can rely more on average prices than we were doing it before, because in the suppressed market, the average prices are not that a very true story of how the market is going to react. As you can see, last year to this year, we did have a little bit of price depreciation over the course of a year, and that is because last year, most of the last year, the numbers were suppressed because the buyers were in shock of how the Bank of Canada is going to react next time that they have a meeting for. Now, this year, we are moving towards the year that the interest rates are declining and the buyers' confidence is coming back, and the sentiment is going to be towards more of a price appreciation if the level of inventory keeps dropping and even staying the same, because number of activities are increasing, and with the level of inventory staying the same, the price pressure is going to be felt a little bit better. Now, why is the good news for buyers? Because the interest rates are going down, and it's going to help the affordability. If the number of listings, as we are seeing this year, in the beginning of this year, is increasing gradually, you as buyers have many other choices to look at, and you're going to find what you are looking at to enter into the market. And as investors, you would have better chance of adjusting your portfolio as you're moving forward. For January, we had an average price of $1,030,000. Now, that is in comparison to last year that we had it close to $1,060,000. Believe it or not, the fact is that number of transactions have increased this year, that bringing the average prices down. That's why I'm telling you, you should better sit down with us, that we are dealing with the day-to-day of the business, and also we are telling you what's behind these numbers. In terms of transaction has increased significantly by 37%. And that is the volume that we have recorded for the month of January in the whole TREP area. In terms of listings have gone up by 8.5% of a year-over-year basis. And that is a very good news for all of us. When you're moving into different categories of housing, whether freehold or condos, you have to understand that what's impacting these two different categories. The categories are significantly different, where the condo market in general is a representative of an affordable living in any areas of GTA, and that market hasn't picked up yet. That means that so many people are looking for affordability, are still thinking as home as an investment, where the most appreciation has been happening over the past few years, and that is a freehold sector. That is not significant that much if you're making your next move or first move into the real estate of GTA market. But that is very significant for investors, because you have to know that there is great opportunity yet to come in the condo market, where the freehold market is settling down and showing itself as not very affordable sector. And you as an investor, if you are getting into the condo market, you can see that the condo market is starting picking up, and the price appreciation there is something that you should look for. for sellers in any neighborhood, this the numbers that I've quoted are different. For instance, in Toronto, the average sales price is much lower than the than the GTA's total number. And in Oakville, the number is significantly higher than that, and even it's in an appreciating level, meaning that every month, every day, there is a price that's been reported there that's higher than the price that you've seen before. Nothing like that is happening in the most Toronto, in the general Toronto area. However, in each neighborhood, based on that example of comparing two different cities, in different neighborhoods, it is the same story. Where in some neighborhoods in central of Toronto, the prices are ever appreciating, and those properties there are showing themselves as the greatest assets to any investor that's been holding on to them for a while. And in general, I have to tell you that real estate is a long-term approach. If you are buying at any price today, this doesn't mean that the prices of tomorrow, if an average prices are dropping still, the prices of tomorrow are not going to support the assets that you have. Whereas you have to change your perspective and in timing in order for you to greatly see the appreciation of the Toronto real estate. All in all, great and positive news that you're hearing from the Toronto GTA area. Depending on your perspective, on your financial capacity, you have to make a wisest decision in order for you to see an appreciation in the shorter and longer term. Longer term, there is no way that you can beat real estate, but depends on how long you're thinking, how your financial situation is changing in a micro level, micro periods, that you might be under pressure for the for the mortgages, and you have to lay off, or you have to get cut few of your losses. That depends on your perspective. I hope that I put everything into perspective for you to understand. Toronto GTA market area for February is coming next for you. Have a wonderful